Okay, and your last candidate, Thomas Weidman.
Right. How's everybody doing? The rest of the people you've heard speak tonight have mentioned in various ways how they want to get you involved and represent you. Unlike them, I'm not lying. I want to get a show of hands to start with. Who in the last week has had a lunch interrupted in some way by elections, either by announcements for elections or by people coming through to talk to you and remind you to speak in elections? I'd like to get another show of hands. Who right now at this very moment is having your dinner interrupted by elections? That should be everybody. So, I'm listed as a candidate for vice president, but that is all lies and slander. That's not what's going down here. King. Phoenix King. Absolute monarch of all things, Will Rice. Including but not limited to long haul, sweeping, phoenixes, things of that nature. So, all of our currently elected positions will be replaced by lords, who will of course be appointed by me. Now, some of you may say, well wait, don't we want democracy? Do we have democracy? What we currently have is a system in which people vote, theoretically. I was told recently that in the last year, the average voter turnout was 30%. That means that anyone currently holding office received votes from less than a third of the college. It's not really a majority. People that I appoint won't have a majority. Seems about right. So the college will be divided up into lordships that will be handed over to people who pay me the most money and whom I like the most. And all of the currently elected positions will be folded into me and then given out to my minions to handle. So, vice president we'll start with, because ostensibly that's what we're talking about here. Room jack. How will that be done? It will be replaced with musical chairs. On the grounds that that's what we currently have. This is just more violent. And therefore better. Parking jack will be replaced with Jack Phaser. We go up to him and say, Jack, can I park in Southwest? And he says, yeah, you know, not really, no, you can't park in Southwest. That's exclusively for the lords. That's just... Secretary will be replaced by a system whereby you tell me if you want something announced. If I agree that it should be announced, I'll announce it. If I don't, I'll punch you in the face. The tradition of lunch jokes will continue, but only on Monday, so that the rest of the time we don't have to be terrorized by puns. The truth hurts, Ellen, I understand. The Chief Justice, how will the justice system be run? I believe that Game of Thrones had it right when they said that the man who sentences you to death should be the one to swing the sword today. So I personally have appointed Jake as the head executioner, which means that he will in fact be in charge of both sentencing and killing you. If you are either guilty of something, or if you bring frivolous matters before the court. And the way this works, right, is that if if you bring something before the court that doesn't have actual grounds, it turns out you're wrong, you die, and the problem's solved. Just like that. It makes people not want to bring these sort of things forward, so we'll be forced to actually interact with each other, to actually deal with our problems by ourselves. What else? What am I forgetting? Treasurer? The treasury will be controlled by me, and I don't think that I necessarily have to tell you anything. We'll just let that be our little secret.
What are you gonna do with Meg?
What are we gonna do with Meg? Well. I assume that again in the Game of Thrones fashion, she and I will do battle on some river, and with a giant hammer I'll break her chest open or something. Does that sound good? All of her little rubies in the shape of a dragon, people have been looking for those for centuries. It'll be awesome. So, the other thing, there's one more thing that I want to talk about, and that's as dictator, I have a couple of points to make about foreign policy. It's an expansionist foreign policy. We start with Sid. Because no one can deny the tactical advantage of the height offered by a college like Sid. Imagine longbowmen on top of Sid raining fire down on the other colleges. How much easier does that make the rest of our lives? Now, what's next? Hanson will be next to go. To enlarge our quad so that we can immediately render it useless by re-leveling it again. And then Baker, as punishment for forcing us to listen to Feliz Navidad for 8 hours non-stop once a year. The rest of the colleges will eventually fall. We can discuss the plan for that later. So that, I think, concludes my prepared speech. I'd like to see that there should be some questions out there. I'm willing to answer anything anyone has.
Will Rice already has masters. How will you?
The masters will be allowed to carry on their current functions. I see no overlap between what I do and what they do. The power to bake cookies and provide a place for us to talk on Wednesday nights will continue to fall on you. That's holy and inviolable. I can't usurp that like that. Anybody else?
How soon will we be taking bribes?
How soon will I be taking bribes? If you have to ask that question, it's already too late. Jake.
Can head executioner hold a lordship?
I feel like no, on the grounds that you would be biased towards your own people, although you will hold the same gravitas and sort of honorifics that all the other lords will have. I should mention that each lord is responsible for picking his own designation if he wants to be your excellency, your honor, chief big tuna, I think someone suggested. Any of those things, that's all good. Meg with the scowl on your face.
My name is Alan.
Which one of your speeches said that you got mistaken for me?
And will there be ladyships?
Of course, yes. Everyone is welcome in my kingdom. Men, women, black, white, Hispanic, LGBT, even Texans fans. Anyone is okay. John.
What are your plans for that abomination over there?
For beloved? Well, when I said that everyone would be welcome, I was a little bit overeager. Technically, Everyone's welcome except the people of Sid, who will be forced to toil in our salt mines. I feel that's sort of poetic justice for making us listen to that. So yes, Lovett will become the official salt mine. Sort of a penal colony for people that we're tired of dealing with. Good? Alright. Remember, it's a write-in, Phoenix King. Write it in every election. As long as I'm still here, continue writing it in. Thank you.